If you are going to Disneyland Paris and you are vegan, plant-based, flexitarian, or maybe you're trying out Veganuary, then I'm going to let you know the 7 dishes you cannot miss out on trying whilst you are there. In the past 2 years, Disneyland Paris have added tons of vegan options to the menus, and luckily they are marked as vegan, so they're easy to find. But not all dishes are created equal, so today I will let you know the 7 best vegan options at Disneyland Paris so you know exactly where to eat during your trip. My name is Sophie from Most Magical Guides and I'm a Disney vegan myself. I have a website with a list of all of the vegan options at Disneyland Paris, which I will link down below, and I also have a playlist of all my video reviews of all the vegan things I've eaten at Disneyland Paris, which I will link at the very end of this video. So first up is the vegan fish and chips at Toad Hall. This is such a remarkable dish, and if I'm in the Disneyland park, this is where I'm heading. Not only is this a super charming restaurant itself, it's all themed around a countryside British pub and of course Mr. Toad himself, but the food here is great. I have the vegan fish and chips. I am super excited for this. I love that it comes in a newspaper that says Toad Hall. The vegan fish is really, really good. It is very, very realistic. It is breaded, but it doesn't come kind of greasy. It's very, very nice. So now let's try some of the fish. So it's kind of like breaded. I'm not actually sure what the fish is made out of, but let's have a little try of this. That is so good. It tastes exactly like fish. I am so impressed with this. If you are looking for somewhere that is a great quick service meal that serves vegan options, Toad Hall is the place to come. It also comes with some thick cut chips. They're not exactly like traditional British chip shop chips, but if you add salt to them, which I definitely recommend because otherwise they don't have much flavour, they can be really, really good. One of the best things about the vegan fish and chips is you also get a vegan tartar sauce, so you can have the full fish and chip experience. Loving that they are chunky style chips. They also come with a vegan tartar sauce, so let's try that. The tartar sauce is really good. It's exactly like regular tartar sauce. Amazing. Something that I also really like is that the vegan fish and chips is breaded whilst the regular fish is battered, so they look very, very different. There is no chance of them getting mixed up, and I know myself as a vegan, I get very worried about are they giving me the right thing, but here you know for sure you have the vegan option, and it is amazing. This is something I get most trips that I visit. I highly, highly recommend this. It is super delicious. It is a quick service restaurant, so you go to the counter, you pick it up yourself, then you choose a seat. There is seating indoors, there are different wings, and there is also seating outdoors, and if you visit in the summer it can be lovely because you are sitting there looking out over Fantasyland. This might actually now be my favourite quick service vegan option at Disneyland Paris. It is so good. Next up is the vegan shawarma at Super Diner. When Avengers Campus opened, lots of new restaurants or dining locations opened, which was so needed for Walt Disney Studios Park. And Super Diner, I think, is the best place in Walt Disney Studios Park and one of my favourite in Disneyland Paris overall. This restaurant could be easily overlooked because it is at the back of Avengers Campus, kind of behind the Tower of Terror, but make sure you don't skip over it. The food here is excellent. The vegan shawarma itself comes with bread that is grilled, so it has like a nice crunch on the outside, soft on the inside. You get tons of vegan meat, you get veggies, and then you can choose either to have hummus or the red pepper caviar. Now the red pepper caviar is what I went for. They said it was slightly spicy. I thought that sounds up my street. Turns out it's actually more like a red pepper hummus, so very, very flavourful, great, but not very spicy. So if you are worried about that, don't panic, it's actually not very spicy at all. Oh wow, this is like proper shawarma. This looks amazing. You can see what the caviar is like. It's really, really good. The flatbread itself is like crisp where it's been grilled. Tons and tons of like vegan meat. The pepper, really nice, not spicy, but really flavourful. You've got some veggies in here. Like, this is a really, really good option. I really, really love the setting here. It is super, super cute. I love that you can also see them making your food, and they do actually have a separate grill for the vegan options, which is fantastic. Okay, so we finished the shawarma. I can't say it. Okay, so we finished the shawarma.
Finished the what?
The shawarma.
What?
The shawarma. And it was delicious. Really, really good. Super tasty. I wouldn't say spicy, so don't be put off thinking it's going to be super spicy. Very, very good. And the staff here have been literally incredible. Like, the cast members have been above and beyond. So super impressed with this. Definitely recommend it. And it's also quite filling, like much more filling than you think it would be. Because I was kind of like, oh, I might need something else. Double dinner. Didn't do double dinner. Just had one dinner. The vegan shawarma has so much flavour, and this is going to be one of my go-to dishes at Disneyland Paris. It is excellent. And if you're sat by the window, make sure you keep checking outside, because you are right near the gateway where the superheroes are going to be coming out of. The portion size is also really great, but if you were worried about not feeling full, the good news is Super Diner also sell the vegan chocolate and hazelnut cookie, so you can get a nice dessert as well as your vegan shawarma. It looks nice. This is a really nice cookie. It's sweet but not overly sweet. It tastes almost oaty, and then you've got the little chunks of nuts and chocolate chips. So it's great that it's not overly sweet, but it is still like a treat. So very much enjoying this, and it's also massive. Another great quick service option is the vegan burrito from Cassidy Coco. In 2023, this restaurant had a massive retheming, and it's now themed all around the Pixar film Coco. It is stunning inside. It's beautiful. I absolutely love all the new decor, and if you're a fan of Coco, definitely don't miss this. Cassidy Coco is in Frontierland opposite Big Thunder Mountain, and it is a great place to go and refuel. The vegan burrito here is delicious. It is such a good option. You get vegan chili inside, you also get some guacamole, you get rice, some extra veggies, and it is so tasty. But I have the vegan burrito. Let's take a bite and see what it's like. Yeah. It is so good. Like, I think this is one of the best quick service vegan options in Disneyland Paris, so definitely get this if you come here. The chili itself is super flavourful but not spicy, so this is going to be something a lot of people are going to like and can enjoy. Something that's really nice as well is that it comes in a vegan burrito wrapper, so you know for sure that this is the vegan option. They've given you the correct one. Cassidy Coco is super, super popular, so do be aware that the queues can get very, very long. The last time I visited, we waited 40 minutes to be served. So we're currently waiting in the queue. There was actually a queue to get in the queue because it's so popular. But the great news is Cassidy Coco does have mobile order. If you have the Disneyland Paris app, you simply go on there, select the restaurant you would like, select the food you would like and the time you'd like to pick it up, and then you can do it that way, and it will save you so much time. So if you're going to visit Cassidy Coco and get the amazing vegan burrito, definitely make sure you mobile order. Next, we're going to head over to Disney Village to Annette Diner. This is a super popular restaurant, famous for its massive burgers and also its incredible American retro diner style feel. It has servers that are on roller skates. It's so fun. Previously, you would have to modify the vegetarian burger, but as of 2023, Annette's introduced the Annette's Vegetal Burger, which is vegan as is. Inside, you get a Beyond Meat patty, you get some nourished vegan cheese, and you also get loads of vegetables. So my burger has arrived. I love that it's got this little celebration thing in the top. It looks incredible. The presentation is so good, and now everything is vegan, which is fantastic. So I cut my burger in half because it's quite big, and I still spilled some down me, and I've stained my little jumper. I'm really upset. But the burger is really, really tasty. There's so many things inside. You also get avocado, you get peppers, you get aubergine. So there's loads of things inside. You also get heaps and heaps of fries and a really interesting kiwi wasabi sauce. The kiwi wasabi sauce is really, really interesting. You definitely taste the kiwi flavour, but it's really good. Now the sauce is in a little dipping pot on the side, so if it's not up your alleyway, it's not over the food, so it won't interfere, but it's so interesting. I would definitely give it a go if you like that sort of thing. If you love burgers, this is a really good place to come because they specialise in it. Now it is worth noting there are some plant-based burgers in the Disneyland parks, but they are labelled plant-based and not vegan because they are cooked on a shared grill. At Annette's Diner, this is the same situation. reiteration, it's not marked as vegan on the menu itself, but if you ask the servers, they do tell you that all of the ingredients are vegan. So my dinner at Annette's was really good. I am so stuffed. It was such a big portion, but that's what's really good, is it's only a few euro more than having a burger in the parks, but you get much bigger portions. I like that you got loads of vegetables in it. It was very, very tasty. It's nice that it's all vegan now, so that was so handy. It was also nice to sit down. My feet are very happy about that. So if you're looking for somewhere to dine in Disney Village, which is right opposite the parks and between the parks and the hotels, then Annette's Diner can be a really good option. One of the best table service meals you can find at Disneyland Paris for vegans is at Manhattan Restaurant at Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel Hotel. It could be super easy to skip over dining in the hotels because people want to stay in the parks, but don't skip over the hotels. Some of the best food can be found here, and Manhattan is an absolute must visit for vegans. Manhattan Restaurant itself serves Italian cuisine, but it's a very, very sophisticated and classy restaurant. If you are going for a special occasion, or maybe you want some kind of more elevated food, Manhattan Restaurant is a really great choice. Here you can order from the set menu, which does have 3 vegan courses, or order a la carte. The first choice is a minestrone soup, the main course is a pesto pasta, and the dessert is a pineapple and chocolate dessert. But the dish that is the standout is the pesto pasta. This is buckwheat pasta that comes with mushrooms and a creamy pesto sauce. The sauce is delicious. It's very, very unusual to find creamy vegan dishes, but this one is next level. This is actually one of my favourite dishes in the whole of Disneyland Paris, and it smells amazing, so I'm very excited to dive back in. It has an amazing pesto dressing, and it also comes with some mushrooms, some pistachios and some tomatoes. So the pasta is super, super delicious. The pesto is unbelievable. It's just as good as I remember it. It is just very, very creamy and rich, so I haven't managed to finish it all, but it is an excellent pasta dish. If you're looking for something really, really nice and you are vegan, definitely come to Manhattan Restaurant. This is one of my all-time favourite dishes at Disneyland Paris, and lots of people have also said to me this is their favourite thing they've eaten there, so don't miss out on it. Make sure you book a reservation and go to Manhattan Restaurant. I also love the little touches, such as the salt and pepper shakers that look like New York buildings, and I would say if you're a Marvel fan and you're not staying at this hotel, definitely get a reservation, or perhaps go and visit one of the bars. There are 2 amazing bars as well as 2 restaurants here, and you can go and explore this hotel. It is incredible. There's Marvel artwork and props everywhere, so if you love Marvel, don't miss out. Absolutely go to this hotel and go to Manhattan Restaurant and have the pesto pasta, and you won't regret it. Next, we're heading back into the parks and we're going to Silver Spur Steakhouse for the vegan skewers. Now, a steakhouse is not somewhere you traditionally think would have good vegan options, but I've always really enjoyed my meals here. There is a 3-course set menu that you can have. You can also choose the 2-course option. I personally would go for the 2-course option because I very much love the starter. Now, it's a salad. Sounds boring, but this salad is so flavourful. I am obsessed with it. It has avocado, it has beans, it has veggies, but the sauce, the like dressing it comes with, is so, so tasty. So I absolutely love that. Whenever you get a salad, you kind of think, oh, it's a salad. It is what it is. It's nice, but it's never going to blow your mind, but that was incredible. It's really, really good. But the standout dish here is of course the vegan skewers. On the skewers you get vegan sausage and vegan meatballs as well as vegetables. You also get some potatoes and some other vegetables as sides, and this dish is amazing. If you enjoy faux meat, you are gonna love this. The first time I went to this restaurant, they had just listed as vegan skewers. They didn't mention that you were getting vegan meat, and I was certain that they had given me meat by accident, and I had to check twice. It is that realistic. The skewer, I was just expecting vegetables, but you actually got faux meat, but it was so realistic. I had to check twice. I was like, I'm pretty sure you've given me meat, I'm pretty sure. Unbelievable. It was so realistic. I've never had a vegan meat that tasted exactly the same texture, same taste. I would say if you don't like that, it might be off-putting. At first I did kind of think, I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat this because it's too realistic. I've become that level vegan.
But it was really, really good. The corn on the cob was really buttery and tasty. How they've managed to make everything taste like butter would or like meat would is incredible. So definite thumbs up for here.
It is also a really hearty meal, so if you do want something that is very filling but it's very realistic, very meaty, then definitely come here. If you however do not like faux meat, then I would skip over this. And the final restaurant I would highly recommend is Auberge de Cendrillon for the 3-course princess dining meal. Auberge de Cendrillon is a really beautiful restaurant in Fantasyland. When you go inside, you will see touches from the film Cinderella, because Cendrillon is actually Cinderella in French, and here you get to meet Disney princesses as well as have your meal. This is the big selling point for this restaurant, because it can sometimes be over a 200-minute wait to go to the Princess Pavilion and meet princesses, but here you will get to dine on some great food whilst they come around and greet you.
So I just had the best interaction with Snow White. It was so fun and so cute. She looked impeccable. I was also so impressed because she interacted with people in English, Spanish and French, which is so impressive. And I also met Aurora and we had a great chat about the dragon. It's living under her castle, unknown to her. So it's been so fun.
This restaurant has a set menu with 3 vegan courses. When you start up, you have a pumpkin soup, but the presentation is incredible. This is listed as a fine dining restaurant, and you really notice that when you see them come up to you and then they're pouring the soup and it's this big show and it's wonderful. Your main course is called a pea and herb finger. What's that? Doesn't make much sense. Good point. I had no idea what it was when I went in.
What I love about Disneyland Paris menus with the vegan food, you never quite know what you're getting. So the pea and herb finger turned out to kind of be like more like an oblong meatball.
But it is basically very similar to the skewers at Spur Steakhouse. So I think it is faux meat, very flavourful, again very realistic, so if you do like that type of thing you're going to love this. Also comes with some puree and some vegetables, some little crisps on top. Very nice meal. You can tell it's kind of elevated and fine dining with the presentation, but again another tasty course.
So the main course has just arrived and the plating is incredible. It looks so spectacular. Although it's pea and herb, it's very meaty. It's almost like the meatballs that you get at Spur Steakhouse. Really tasty, even though it's not meat, it's very meaty. It's also really nice because you get a lot of different textures. You get the meatiness from the finger, then you have some purees and sauces, and you also have some raw vegetables and some vegetable crisps. There's loads of nice textures which are perfect here.
However, my absolute favourite course was the dessert. Here you had a chocolate fondant that also came with cherries, and I have to say, not only is this the best dessert I've ever had at Disneyland Paris that is vegan, this is also the best vegan dessert I've ever had in my life. I absolutely love the combination of chocolate and cherries. It's like my favourite thing, and this dessert was delicious.
It is unbelievably good. If you really like rich chocolate and tart cherries, it is the perfect combination. This is so good. I think this is by far the best dessert I've had at Disneyland Paris, by far. So I have to say, overall, this meal has been worth every penny. The food has been really good. That dessert, not only is the best dessert I've had at Disney, it's one of the best desserts I've ever had. It was unreal. If you have the opportunity, definitely do it, because I would love to come back. It was the highlight of the day so far. So definitely come here if you love the princesses and you're looking for some lovely gourmet food.
So those are the 7 best vegan options at Disneyland Paris. So now when you visit, you know exactly where to dine. Disneyland Paris now has vegan options in almost all of the restaurants, and handily they are marked as vegan on the menus. I will put a link down below to my website so you can see all of the vegan options that you can enjoy. It is worth noting that some options are marked as plant-based because they are cooked on a shared grill, such as the burgers and hot dogs. And if you are visiting a buffet, the vegan options are typically not marked. So always check the allergen menu. Here you will get all the information you would need to know if a dish is vegan or not. Unfortunately, the chefs don't always know the right information, so can give out incorrect information. So if you are going to visit a buffet, make sure you check that allergen menu. But the first 7 restaurants you should think about visiting are the ones that I've mentioned. They are the best food you're going to get at Disneyland Paris. They are delicious. So go and enjoy. And at the end of this video, I'll put a link to all of my reviews about the vegan foods at Disneyland Paris. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.